Make sure you have your headphones plugged in. Hi, this is Ms. Hernandez, and I'll be reading you your Unit 2 Grade 6 assessment. Time allotted is 50 minutes. Directions. Questions 1 through 6 are multiple choice questions that require 10 minutes to answer. Questions 7 through 10 are free response questions that require 30 minutes to complete. Each question is worth 4 points. Read each question carefully and completely. Write your response in the space provided for each question. For questions 5 and 6, either use the provided links or observe what your teacher projects to view the simulation and video prior to answering. 1. Which type of material is a good thermal conductor? A. Wood. B. Rubber. C. Copper. D. Plastic. 2. Which of the following best describes convection? A. Heat transfer by direct contact between particles. B. Heat transfer through electromagnetic waves. C. Heat transfer due to the movement of fluid particles. D. Heat transfer, there's a typo, in a vacuum. Heat transfer in a vacuum. 3. Which process explains why heat rises in a room when a heater is turned on? A. Conduction. B. Convection. C. Radiation. D. Insulation. 4. In which of the following situations does convection primarily occur? A. Heating a metal rod from one end. B. Boiling water in a pot. C. Feeling warmth from the sun. D. Touching a hot stove. 5. Which type of heat transfer is responsible for the warmth felt when sitting in sunlight? A. Conduction. B. Convection. C. Radiation. D. Insulation. 6. Why does convection occur more easily in liquids and gases than in solids? A. Solids are better conductors than fluids. B. Liquids and gases expand when heated, allowing movement. C. Solids lack free electrons. D. Convection only occurs in liquids and gases because they are transparent. 7. Justin has a balloon filled with a helium gas that is at room temperature 20 Celsius. He wondered how the temperature of the gas inside the balloon would change if he took the balloon outdoors on a cold day, 5 Celsius. Justin cannot measure the temperature of the helium balloon without releasing the helium balloon. Instead, he can use the simulation to see what would happen to the motion of the helium particles in the balloon to figure out the temperature change. Start the simulation, then click Begin Transfer of Thermal Energy from the Helium to the Surroundings to see what happens to the particle motion when thermal energy transfers from the helium gas to the outside air. Or watch the simulation that your teacher projects. So you can either do this and do this activity, or you can watch the simulation that your teacher projects. Then, after watching the simulations, you're going to write a scientific explanation to tell Justin how the temperature of the helium gas in the balloon would change if the balloon was taken outside. Use what you observed in the simulation as evidence. You'll have access to this, so you'll be able to click this or watch what your teacher puts on the board. You may pause the video if you need to do this. 8. Rita sets up a container of room temperature water, adds some green food coloring to the bottom of the water, then places a cup of boiling hot water underneath. Watch this video clip yourself or project it from your teacher of the investigation. You're going to write a claim about the motion of the water in the large container. Then you're going to use evidence from the video to support your claim. And then you're going to provide the reasoning that the evidence from the simulation supports your claim. Provide explanations of the methods of heat transfer that are occurring. You may pause this video to be able to watch the video clip here that you're going to click on, or watch it from the teacher's projector or the board. 9. Sarah and her mother go to the beach during the summer. Sarah notices that the sand is very hot on a bright sunny day. Her mother explains that the sun heats the sand. Describe how the sun can heat the sand. 10. Jamisha conducts an investigation to see what happens to the temperature of water when the water is placed in a freezer. To conduct the investigation, Jamisha measures the temperature of the water using a wireless temperature probe that measures temperature in degrees Celsius every 5 seconds and captures the data in the time versus temperature graph. Her graph is shown below. A. What is the proper label for the y-axis? B. What is the proper label for the x-axis? C. What is happening to the temperature of the water between points A and B? D. What is happening to the temperature of the water between points B and C? E. Jamisha makes the claim that during the time that passed between the data points B and C, the water was changing from liquid water to solid ice. Does the data in the graph support this claim? Yes or no? How?